Boom! What's going on, everyone? I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, founder of Advantage Diecast, welcoming you to the warehouse on another episode of Toy Talk. Go! DCP by First Gear keeps making new 1/64 scale truck toolings. I'm glad to see that First Gear is still committed to the 1/64 scale line by making these new toolings. Today's video features one of the new toolings that came out earlier this year, the Lode King Distinction Triaxle Hopper Trailer. Lode King, on the road since 1980. Founded in 1980 in Winkler, Manitoba, Canada, Lode King Industries has developed from a small manufacturer of hopper bottom grain trailers into one of Canada's largest manufacturers of commercial highway transport trailers. Lode King's dedication to cutting-edge product design, combined with a strong and dedicated team of employees, enable the company to continually meet the evolving needs of the transportation industry. Today, Lode King Industries' extensive product lineup includes a wide array of aluminum and steel flatbed trailers, drop deck trailers, hopper trailers, and specialty application trailers for a variety of different industries. Lode King, made in Canada. Lode King understands the harsh and diverse landscape of Canada. From the Rocky Mountains to the sprawling prairies, they're proudly the largest commercial trailer manufacturer in Western Canada. Their trailers are built to withstand the ever-changing, harsh climates. Conveniently, their dealer network spans coast to coast, serving their customers with a variety of product options for many different applications. Lode King Distinction trailers are aluminum hopper bottoms. They're available as a 40-foot tandem axle hopper bottom, or they're available as 45-foot 6-inch, 48-foot, and 50-foot triaxle hopper bottoms. They also make Super B trains with a 28-foot 6-inch triaxle lead and a 30-foot 5-inch tandem axle pull hopper bottom trailer. And this, guys, is two Peterbilt 389s with 63-inch flat top coffin box sleepers. It's by DCP by First Gear, and I'm doing both of them because the only difference in them is the paint schemes. They also have the brand new Lode King Distinction grain trailers with them. They come in the standard DCP by First Gear box, and I'm gonna go on and do both of them together because of that same simple paint scheme change. Now let's go on and show you off. The first one is item number 60-0746. It's a blue, gray, and green cab with a black trailer with a black tarp. And I'll go on and open him up first and get him out, and then we'll go on and then we'll look at the others. They come in the standard 2-piece blister that's taped together, which I've already gone and cut the tape, and they have that beautiful mural in the back of the box so that it looks like it's not just brown cardboard. The same on both trucks. And we'll go on and, before I open her up, I'll let you see it has the extra set of mirrors right there in the package to make sure if you get a broken one, it's easy to fix. No problem. Just lift that off and set the trailer aside, then pull out the tractor. We'll get this blister out of the way, and then go on and get the other one out. First, I'll show you the item number. It's 60-0747, and it is the red and white. As you can see, red with white stripes. Beautiful trucks. Also, this one has a black trailer, but the tarp on this one is red instead of black. So we'll go on and pull him out. Same thing. It's got the 2-piece blister, the same standard box with the mural in it, and I've already cut that tape, but it would normally be taped. And there's also a set of mirrors right there. Take the lid off, pull the trailer out, and then pull the tractor out. I'll talk about the items, just, one truck and one trailer. I'll talk about the specifics, and then I'll show the differences in the paint schemes, because that's really the only difference in these trucks is the paint schemes. Alrighty then. Let's set this further back, and let's set this a little further back so that we can get them in. And we'll start off with the trailer, especially since I love starting with a trailer, but this is an all-new tooling trailer for DCP. It came out earlier this year. And this is one of the first toolings that came out for DCP once First Gear took over the company. It's the Lode King Distinction trailer, and it was made for Lode King Industries. And actually the very first releases were specifically for Lode King. These two trucks were the first releases for us hobby distributors to carry. You can see DOT striping down the side, black sides, marker lights running along near the top. It's got the crank here, the tarp, the Distinction logo right there, and the Lode King Industries logo. It is a tri-axle version, and this is a new wheel still for them because they made a whole new wheel. And it's also got a new tread pattern on it, which honestly, I like this tread pattern better than the old tread pattern. Underneath, it says 2019 First Gear Inc., Peosta, Iowa, USA. The first ones, I believe, came out right before Christmas time in 2019, and they were strictly for Lode King. A few of them got to us hobby guys, but not many. It has a date tampoed right there, 00620. So this came out on the 6th day of 20 is when this trailer was manufactured. Told you they came out earlier this year. It's got the standard kingpin that you'd find on your normal, any of your DCP or your First Gear trucks. And it's sitting down like it should be instead of up in a hole. It's got a hole there, which I'm sure is just for a screw on the interior. It's cast in 2019 First Gear Inc., Peosta, Iowa. This whole bottom piece is all a big ABS plastic part. Kind of a disappointment. This trailer is not all metal like the DCPs. The doors do slide for both of the hoppers. Well, let me use the other hand so you can see it. So you can dump the grain out you pour in. It has landing gear, but it's not the standard DCP landing gear. It is fixed in place. There's a crank on it, but it doesn't go up and down. It's fixed most of the way up. That way it'll haul just fine, but when it sits on the ground by itself, the nose is going to be drooping a little bit. Not much we can do about that because they just tried to save some money there. It's got a rubber mud flap piece here to keep the debris off from the truck from going up under and destroying the trailer. The tri-axle design, you can see it has brake canisters on each axle, and it's got fenders on each axle, which is a Canadian, and the Europeans, all their trailers have those. Canadians do. It's not really down here, but I actually expect it to come. It also has the big front mud flap here to keep debris from going into the axles, and it's got rear mud flaps on the back. Still a beautiful trailer, although it is actually lighter than the Wilson livestock trailers that have been done. Coming around to the back, it's got the Lode King Distinction logo right there. It's got Lode King branded mud flaps on both sides. You can see the crank. It's got its brake lights, 3 on each side. It's got marker lights running up the side and across the top. On the tarp piece there, it also has another Lode King logo, and it's got the ladder so you can climb up. Also looks like it's got a little catwalk so you can walk over and look inside. And this one, the tarp is fixed. It doesn't, not the tarp, the crank is fixed on place, whereas the Wilsons, it was an add-on piece that was in the box. This one, it is fixed right on a factory. Also, you can see up here it's got two little handholds that you can pull yourself and hold on to. Around to the passenger side of that trailer, same exact as the other side. It's got the rivet detail, lights, the nice chrome 10-hole wheels under it. It's a really nice truck. The fenders, gloss black paint, and it's got a tarp. Now, around to the front, we see another Lode King logo, and we got yet another ladder, grab bars, and a little catwalk. What's missing on the front of this one, though, is there's no place to hook up your air lines and your electric lines on the front. Kind of a bummer. They did put two marker lights up there, upper clearance lights. Around to the top, and it's got a tarp. Unfortunately, unlike the Wilsons that had a real cloth tarp which sort of rolled up, this is a hard plastic ABS tarp. Actually, it's a rubberized plastic, smooth rubber. And it's got some crease detail in it. It's got the rib detail for the strakes that go across, but it is not cloth. And it is not fixed. It is removable, as you can see. It just sits down on there. So you can see the interior is there. I'll open one of these doors. You can see clean through. See, the hopper's open, so it'll drain right out. You've got your strakes running across that hold up the tarp. You've got a very, very nice rivet pattern on each of the pieces inside and on the hoppers. Plus, you've got little cleats that you could walk down and clean out the bottom of your hopper with. And as I said, the doors do close, you can see. So you could fill this up with wheat, grain, or something else. And I do sell a wheat product that's an all-natural organic product that smells just like wheat, and it never rots. And it makes great loads for these trucks. Now, we'll set the trailer aside and just pick up the tarp so you can see both sides of it. You can see on one side it has the piece for the crank. There. You can see this side it has the piece for the crank, and the other side it doesn't have anything. Inside, you can tell, see, black plastic. Just a black ABS piece that fits snugly around, and it's got some little clip pieces that hold it in place around those things. Kind of a bummer, but that's what they did. And the all black tarp, turn it around because it goes this way. The all black tarp, it goes with the blue truck, and it'll hitch up that way. Before I get to that, I'm going to talk about the other trailer. As you can see, exactly the same. Everything is the same except for the paint. Even the date's the same. The 6th day of 20. Same gloss sides, round to the front, same details, round to the back, or around to the other side, same details. On the back, exactly the same details. And I did forget to mention, it says Lode King right there on the back of the frame. Underneath, again, same exact details. Doors open, maybe. Yep, they open. Just got to pull them, they're a little snug. The only difference between this trailer and the other trailer is the tarp. You get a nice rubber coated ABS plastic tarp instead of a cloth tarp. Interior detail, exactly the same. Makes sense. They did 2 runs at the same time. That way they could cut a little bit of cost for us in manufacturing. Now we'll set that aside. And since I talked extensively about the blue cab and the black tarp, I'll talk about that Peterbilt first and talk about the details there. This is their Peterbilt 389 tooling. Beautiful truck. It has a 36-inch flat top sleeper behind it. It has straight stacks with bends backwards and outwards a little bit. You can see they're mule-eared, goofy looking, but that's what's on this one. It has the opening hood, which reveals a detailed Packard engine, or in being read, it could also be a Cummins engine. It has the chrome piece on the bottom of the hood, chrome piece behind there where the hood comes close. It's got a little mud flap on the back of the hood. 10-hole chrome wheels, front and rear. It's got chrome steps, chrome air tanks, chrome turbo air cleaner, chrome mirrors, chrome visor, chrome air horns on the roof. It has chrome bands and red fuel tanks. This is the longer frame, and you can see it's got the ladder right there, 2 little deck plates, and it's got chrome half fenders on this one. Basically, it just goes up and covers the first axle. The second axle's out in the air. And then it's got the mud flaps on the back. Also, I'll bring it in close. You can see it has a beautiful Peterbilt tampo right there on the side of the hood. Door handle in silver. Red paint with white stripes. Silver stripes around the doors, the windows, and the sleeper doors. Really nice job. Round to the front, it's got the Texas drop bumper. Peterbilt right there above the center on the grill. The 389 style arrowish headlights, which to me looks silly on a classic look, but that's what the 389s run. It's got the windows, it's got driver's and passenger seat, steering wheel, dashboard, and they're all in black. The windows are hard plastic with black outlining, and the windshield wipers are just molded into the window, and they are tampoed in black. They're not individual pieces. Up on the roof, you can see it's got the 5 roof clearance lights and the chrome visor. And then there's the 2 air horns. They're also chrome plated. Round over on the passenger side, same details as the driver's, except for the passenger's door does actually have that little window in it so the driver can see out pretty easily. Stacks, mirrors, air cleaners, all the rest is the same. Very, very nice truck. Coming around to the back, you can see it has the 2 brake lights. Kind of blend in, but they're there because they're the same color as the truck. It's got chrome brackets that mount the mud flaps, and it's got the chrome weights at the bottom, the diamond weights, which look really nice. You can also see a little DOT striping on the top of the bracket. Tilting him up, you'll see it has a pivoting 5th wheel that's obviously set up for DCP and first gear trucks. You can see the top of those chrome half fenders, the chrome deck plates, which is diamond plate. It's got a pogo stick with air lines and electric lines on it. The back of the 36-inch sleeper does have a window so you can actually see clean through. See my finger on the other side? Now we'll hop underneath and talk about it. Underneath, you can see the bottom of that Cummins engine. You can also see the transmission, long drive shaft that runs to the first axle, short drive shaft to the second axle, nice differential detail, and it's got 2 air brake canisters on each axle. And this is the older DCP style tread, whereas the trailers have a different tread on them. You can see it's got the exhaust pipe coming from the engine going out to both the stacks. Steering on this truck is positionable. It is not steering, it is positionable. It just clicks in place. The downside is these trucks generally don't roll straight when they have it. I'll open the hood so we can see it. Under the hood, you can see the charge air piping, the top of the engine. You can also see the radiator and the radiator hoses. Very, very nice job they did on this truck. Now, we'll set this aside and I'll pick up the other one so you can see the difference. Really, the only difference is the paint scheme. It's got the same stacks, but you can see it has a beautiful, beautiful blue, gray, and green striping truck. It is a nice color blue. All the details are the same though. But instead of chrome fenders, we've got body matched blue fenders. You can see that. Be honest with you, I would rather have had red body matched fenders on that red one. I think that would have looked better than the chrome, but that's the way they made it. Pulling them around to the front, you can see all the same details. That beautiful blue hood, chrome. If you're a blue fan, this would be amazing. If you're red, the other one would be great too. Now these are older releases. As I said, they came out back in January when they were made, so they actually hit the
shelves in February to March of this year, and they have done very well. So they're long sold out at First Gear. The dealers have a few left, and once they're gone, the secondary market's your only hope to find them. Underneath, the blue frame instead of the red frame. Very, very nice. Now the details don't show up as well on this blue as they did on the red, but they're still the same exact details on the axles and everything. Now let's go on and hitch these guys up so you can see them both all hooked up. Start out with this one. Let's get the other one out of the way so we can just look at one at a time. And there's the blue one. And it has the black trailer with a black tarp on it. Doesn't that look sharp? Then you can see that the landing gear doesn't touch the ground, but when you take the trailer off, and the trailer's sitting level while it's hooked up. See, it's sitting level across. When we unhitch it, because they didn't make the screw down, you can see that it's nosing down just a little bit, but that's okay. Most of the time we set these trailers up on the actual with the tractor in front of them, not by themselves, so that's not a big deal. And there we go. There is the red one, the red with white stripes. It's got that black trailer with it, and it's got that red tarp, making a difference in the trailers, and then the colors on the cabs make a little bit of difference. That's the two trucks. Now let's set them side by side so you can really see them. Back that guy up there and put the other one in beside it. And there we go, guys. That's both of them. Aren't those trucks just plain beautiful? I would definitely think that both of these would look great on anybody's shelf or on their diorama. And especially if you're a grain guy, you got to have one of every grain trailer that they made. So here you go. The new Lode King Distinction Triaxle grain trailers.
How many of you have one of these sets in your collection? Or how many of you have a different version of the Lode King Distinction trailer by DCP? Drop a comment and let me know what you think of it. Get all kinds of die-cast promotions trucks on my website at farmtoysandmore.com. Go on and buy them to enjoy and make your collection unique and special. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below on what you liked or what you didn't like about the video. And I just know that you've got some friends out there that would enjoy this video, so go on and give it a share with the share button. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoyed this video, and make sure you tap the subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I really appreciate each and every member of my YouTube family. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and I'll be back in the warehouse soon for another episode of Toy Talk.